Hey everyone, welcome to Veronica Says. This is my daily scent and makeup of the day video. The fragrance that I want to share with you today is one that is an incredible bargain for what you get. And it is Eternia Woman by Armaf. So first of all, let's talk about the bottle, which I Ay, ay, ay. I love and I hate at the same time. I love it because it is so gaudy and tacky that I can't help but to love it. Like it's gone over the extreme. You know, you have those family members that are super loud, super tacky, super embarrassing, but they're also darn funny and you love them because of that. This is that bottle, right? That reminds me of that family member. It is gold and silver and has this white, like a marble imitation type of front here. And then it also, in case you didn't have enough colors and textures, also has a pebbled fake leather insert here on the back that says Armaf Luxe. Okay, so there's a lot going on. But wait, it gets better. For the low, low price of under $30, you also get a cigarette Zippo design flip top beak kind of thing going on here. What happened in this bottle design? I really think some folks got into a room and said, you guys, let's put one of the prettiest fragrances on the planet in one of the most tacky containers and let's just see what happens. Let's let it fly and see what people do. And they got me because I will absolutely repurchase this when I run out of this. This Eternia Woman is an oriental floral and it opens up as this beautiful, bright, citrusy, powdery fragrance with bitter orange, orange blossom, and lemon. Very orange and lemon at the top, absolutely. Really beautiful, but softened by this powdery surround that is just excellent. As it starts to calm down into the middle notes, you get a heavy almond note that comes forward. I love almond and I love pistachio, for example, what you have in Girl of Now. And then, you know, like the nutty accord that you have in Lost Cherry, Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. I love a good nut note in a fragrance. So almond comes forward, geranium, which is sort of a green fragrance. So it's mostly almond, a little bit of green behind that, and a faint hint of rose in the background. And then as it completely dries down, it gets sort of gourmandish with this vanilla, tonka bean, and sandalwood base note mixture. I think this is a gorgeous fragrance. It's available, I think on Amazon, but I purchased it on FragranceNet for $30 or under. It was somewhere between $25 and $30 depending on whatever discount code I used when I purchased it. If you look at the reviews on Fragrantica, people equate this to Poison Girl. I remember sniffing Poison Girl in a store a while ago, but I couldn't remember or tell you what that smells like. So I can neither confirm nor deny that. A couple of reviewers talked about this also smelling like hypnotic poison as it dries down, not on the opening. Someone equated this to Girl of Now Forever. I've never smelled that, but if you have, maybe that would give you a sense of what this is like. And then someone else said that it smells like alien essence, which I also have not tried. I think this is gorgeous. It's soft, it's feminine, it's pretty, it's citrusy, almondy. And then as it dries down completely, it does get to be this really gorgeous, soft, elegant, gourmand fragrance. There were mixed reviews on the longevity and the sillage and all of that. I sampled this back when I purchased it, and it lasted me at least half a day, and I can't say that I paid attention to it after that, to be honest. I do a review of all of my fragrances at the end of the week on Saturday. I do like a week in review, so I'll be happy to report back then on the longevity of this, but I don't remember having any issues with it. And I do think for the price, it's one that I would just happily reapply all day long, both for that super delightful, pleasant, airy, citrusy, powdery scent at the beginning, as well as to go through the middle again and get to the dry down. This is one where all three phases of the fragrance are just really beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. It will be a permanent staple in my collection despite this crazy design. In fact, I think I love it more for the crazy design. In addition to the fact that it is an elegant, beautiful, feminine, soft, citrusy, almondy, just delightful fragrance. All right, let's go check out the makeup of the day. Okay, so I have a lot going on here for the fragrance of the day. The fragrance of the day. Yes, there's a lot going on there too, but this is the makeup of the day. A lot of products here. If you watched my Sunday, Simple Sunday video, I talked about using only 7 or 8 products, I think it was, on Sunday, and that might seem like a lot, but it doesn't when you compare it to what I do during the week. And so I think there's like 17 products here, which sounds absolutely insane, but it works somehow. So I want to be strategic about what I share about in this particular video so that we don't go through all of it. I'm going to talk about these 2 palettes. I want to talk about the Hourglass blush, and let's do the Candid, Revlon Candid items over here. So let's get into it. Oh, maybe we'll talk about you too, Wet n Wild. Let's have you hang out right there. But let me go first to the Hourglass palette here. I really do enjoy Hourglass palettes. This is the Ambient Lighting Blush Quad in Ghost, and it's called Ghost because it has this kind of packaging. I believe that's why it's called that, because all of the Ghost ones have this packaging and the rest have just the, you know, metallic looking packaging. But this is a quad that has 4 blushes in it. I really think of this one here as almost like a highlighter for your face, or a finishing powder, if you will. But these 3 are blushes. Let me do a little quick swatch. Number 3 is called the Strobe Blush in Lucid Gold. Lucid Glow, sorry. Really pretty. This is called Surreal Effect, this one up here in the corner. Really pinky kind of color there. And then the Brilliant Nude, well, it calls this Brilliant Nude a blush. I don't think that's a blush. I'm sorry, I disagree. Yeah, of course you can use anything you want as any kind of thing on your face, but I think of this more as like a highlighter, to be honest with you. And then this is Infinite Blush over here. What am I talking about? I messed that all up. Okay. Here, let me just swatch these for you, because me trying to figure out these names, you guys, upside down, it's like chewing gum and rubbing your belly at the same time. So let's just do this, because I think I got the names all wrong for y'all. These 3 I consider blushes, which are these 3 here. This one in the upper corner, to me, is more like a strobe powder that can operate as a highlighter for your face. And you can always put this on top of your blushes, right? Like pat it on top to kind of amp up your blush look, right? Quick hint from Wayne Goss. He talks about putting highlighter down and then doing blush on top of your highlighter and then highlighting again a little bit to give it a very luminous glow from within kind of look. So I will do that often. I will do sometimes I do it the other way. I do my blush first and then a little bit of highlighter on my cheeks, and then I go over it again with blush. That's what I do. And it helps to tone down the highlighter, but not take it away completely. And it does give a nice effect in terms of looking luminous. So that is the Hourglass Blush Quad. Really great powders. Have no issues with those. They perform well during the day. Let's talk about this Pat McGrath Mothership Sublime Golden Opulence Eyeshadow Palette. This is not currently available on the Pat McGrath website. However, you can always get any palette secondhand. Remember, you can use alcohol and water, like a rubbing alcohol and water mixture in a spritzer, and spray it onto the shadows if you purchase something like off of Mercari, which I've done many times. eBay does not allow secondhand selling of makeup products. They require the products to be new, or I think you can also sell them open but new, something like that. I'm not quite sure, but definitely not used. So I would not advise you to buy off of eBay because you're kind of breaking the rules there. But on Mercari, you can purchase palettes secondhand. And I think on Poshmark, you can as well. I'm not quite sure the rules there. But this is a nice palette. So I have all of the Pat McGrath Mothership big 10-pan palettes. I do not have the bigger one that came out, and of course I'm forgetting the name, but the latest one that came out that had, you know, numerous shadows, the really, really big one. Isn't that weird how when you're trying to recall a name, it's like your mind just shuts down and is like, nope, I'm not recalling that for you. You can keep trying to recall it, but I'm not going to play that game with you today. So rude the mind can be sometimes. I do like all of the colors in this palette. I have played with them quite a bit. I definitely, because I have, it's a work day for me, so I want to keep it a little bit tame, but I want to have a little bit of fun too. I'm going to use this color here, which is this beautiful brownish transition shade. Look at that. I mean, really, you could do that as a one and done eyeshadow if you want just a simple look to take you through the day. I probably will use this brown to deepen up on the outer edges and maybe also as a liner shade. And then from there, I'm not quite sure what I want to do. Something in me wants to play with this color over here, and it is called, wait for it, Lotus Luxe. Is that right? Prosperity, Moonface, Lotus Luxe. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Let's swatch that. Very pretty. I might do that as like a middle lid color. And here's a fun thing that you can do if you want to amp up your look. Like, let's say I put this all over the crease, use that in the outer V and as eyeliner, and also on my lower lash line as eyeliner. I can do that on my lid, and then I can go in with one of the lighter colors. It could be that, maybe not that, maybe this one over here in the corner, the super light one, and tap it in the middle of the eyelid to give a really soft halo effect. And what I mean by halo is that the outer part of your eyeshadow look is dark and the middle of your lid is lighter. That's what halo means. It's almost like you have a bright spot in the middle of your lid surrounded by darker color. So that might be my look for today. Or maybe I'll use this gold. Maybe I will get really bold and use the gold. See how that does that? Or I could use this all over my lid and use this in the middle. A little bit of zhuzh there. We'll see. We'll see. I'll play with this. But this is the Golden Opulence palette. I really enjoy it. If you are someone that gets overwhelmed by too many shadow choices, then you definitely want to go for a smaller palette like this, or maybe even some of the Pat McGrath palettes that only have 4 shadows, so that you only have so many choices to play with. I don't get totally overwhelmed unless the palette is really enormous and has like an incoherent color story. And then I'm like, I'm all over the place. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know who I am in life. I don't have any identity. I also have the Lion King palette. This is a collaboration between Sir John, who is the makeup artist for Beyonce, and Luminous, which is an MLM makeup and beauty product company. That part doesn't bother me. A lot of people got really crazy when this first came out and didn't support the sale of these products because Luminous is an MLM and all of that. And you guys, I don't get into all that. I just wanted the darn makeup product. And so it's a whole series. It's not sold anymore. It brings an eyeshadow palette, or it brought a sculpting palette. There was a highlighter, and I think there were 2 lipsticks, and I think that was it. Were there blushes? I don't remember. But it looks like that. And what I love about this, and the reason I'm showing it to you, is because what's important here is that there are options. And so if you're looking for like a contouring or sculpting or bronzing palette, see if you can grab one that has different shadows, different shades in it, so that you can play around with sculpting on your face. So for example, there are some cool toned ones here, and here that would be great for contouring, meaning the hollow of your cheek. the sides of your nose. And if you want to contour around your face, the edge of your face and under your jawline, you can do that. You can also use these to do a little light contouring, or you can use these as bronzers, which I think is nice too. So a lot of options. And if you get a palette like this, you can also use it for eyeshadow. So it can really be like a one and done kind of palette if you don't mind a monochrome look on your face. And sometimes you're in the mood for that and you just want something simple and easy to work with. So this is a really fun palette. And I love the original Lion King. Listen, I can sing that opening. No, I'm not going to do it to you guys. I won't do that to you guys. Maybe I will. No, I won't. But I can sing that little opening song for forever. Really just love it. What else did I want to talk about? Let's go here really quickly and then we'll close out this particular video. Just kidding. I'm also going to talk about Wet n Wild. The Revlon Candid. This is, I have the Photo Ready Candid foundation. This is called the Natural Finish Anti-Pollution Foundation. This is in the color 350 Natural Tan. And then I also have a concealer, antioxidant concealer in the color 30 Light Medium. Both of these perform pretty well. These are not ones that are going to take you into like the midnight hour, okay? But they take you through at least good dinner time and maybe a little beyond that, especially if you apply a very light powder on the face like a Wet n Wild Photo Focus Banana Powder. Something fine that can help this sort of stay in place and will help control oil. This is a great combination if you're in the market for concealer and foundation. Really inexpensive from the drugstore. I always try to get my drugstore products from Walmart because they tend to be cheaper, or I order them on Amazon because you can find good sales there. But I don't know what these cost, but definitely either $10 or right under or right over. I feel like I got this for like $7 or $8, and this one may be right at $10 or something like that. And of course, you add in any coupons or discount codes, and listen, you can have yourself a little party shopping for drugstore products. But these are good, reliable products for concealer and foundation. And then finally, I think it depends on how the eye look comes out, that I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit High Shine Lipstick. This is in the color 944B Send Nudes. What a name. This is High Shine. I think this performs really well. And isn't that just a beautiful neutral color? I would pair that with a darker lip liner. Like I have the Milani Spice out. Color Statement Lip Liner, color 09 Spice. And it looks like that. So you get your darker outer edge going on for some shadow on your lip, if you will, and then put that in the middle. And you have a nice, juicy, but neutral lip. Really pretty, and this performs well and stays on your lips until you eat or whatever. It's not one that sort of fades as the day goes on, and it's super cheap. I know I got this under $5, probably for like $3 or something like that. So that is my makeup for the day. Oh, I forgot to say, I'm probably going to use a glitter glue with this eyeshadow palette for the center eyelid part, right? Because it's glittery, and sometimes the Pat McGrath shadows, even though they're one of the highest performing, will fall down if it's a particularly like gritty, metallic look that I'm going for. So I will put that on my eyelid before I go in with the Pat McGrath shadow, and then I'll tap the shadow over the little layer of glitter glue that I put down. It's called glitter glue, or glitter primer rather. It's really not that gluey. It does allow the glitter to stick, but it's not like, don't think of glue as like Gorilla Glue or anything stupid like that. It's a softer, more forgiving glue that just dries down if you don't use it. You know, you're not going to harm your eye. And that is my makeup for the day, or at least the products that I wanted to talk about. If you enjoyed this video and would like to chit chat about perfume and makeup and other life things, please go ahead and like this and hit that subscribe button so that we can hang out again. Have a blessed day, my friends.